Will Queensland go into lockdown? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. Let's have a look and a discussion about this article, which is talking about, well, the latest community transmission of COVID here in Queensland. And the question I put to you, do you think we will go into lockdown? I understand some of the other states have closed the border to Brisbane and southeast Queensland. And let's just see where this all goes. Because the gentleman who had this and was waiting upon his results, decided to have a party. Now, is this just stupidity? Is this just utter selfishness? Is this just someone quite young who isn't even worried? Now, honestly, he's 26 years old, so his chances of succumbing to this are insignificant, very small. But the chances of a Labor Premier in Australia instituting a lockdown which will have a significant effect on the economy and the livelihoods of others, I think that's pretty bloody high. I think there's a really big risk of that happening. That's what you have to be worried about more than anything. I honestly suspect that most people are just over it. They are just sick and tired of all of this. And here in Queensland, it has not felt like we've been in the midst of a pandemic for some time. Very few people wear masks. People are meant to be doing so. I assume we're meant to be doing social distancing. I haven't noticed it. You know, you meet people in businesses, you shake hands, that type of thing. It's been normal. People haven't been worrying, at least most people. Now, I did a video, an exclusive for my Odysee channel, discussing, well, the effectiveness, or asking if lockdowns played a dominant role in reducing transmissions. I suggest you have a look at that. I know it's a 39-minute video, but it's quite interesting. And I can't show this video or this topic here on YouTube because technically they may not like it. But jump over to my Odysee channel and have a look for that exclusive content. So we're not arguing if it's effective. Where the question I'm putting to you, will they implement one out of fear? Only takes one case, doesn't it? WA, Perth, they had a sharp 3-day lockdown. And you've got to remember as well, the most effective outcome of these lockdowns are winning elections. Because people like to see strong leadership. So, house party held by the new Queensland COVID case. I mean, he had a house party. Come on. Bloody. I mean, I was young and dumb too. Queensland's health authorities are racing against the clock to protect Brisbane from a potential new coronavirus crisis. Okay, no, they can't really protect us from it. Fears of a possible new outbreak were sparked yesterday when it was incorrectly claimed a 26-year-old man who had coronavirus defied orders from Queensland Health to isolate while he was waiting for a COVID test result and held a house party. It was thought 25 people attended the party held by the Strathpine man, although authorities have since backtracked. Okay, so why is the title here saying he held a party when he didn't? Queensland recorded one new case of COVID-19 on Saturday. The case is a close contact of the 26-year-old man who tested positive on Thursday. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk urged the public to come forward and get tested. I know people who never would. Who just wouldn't. I mean, it's a hassle. Seriously. If you think you got it, you know, what would you do? Would you isolate? If you work from home, would you even bother? One thing I see when I see all these people, you know, and they went to this venue, this venue, this venue, this venue, this venue. It'd be embarrassing if I had to go get tested and I had it, and they had to list all the places that I went. He went to 7-Eleven and Bunnings, and 7-Eleven and Bunnings, 7-Eleven and Bunnings and home. You know, repeat. You know, that's the exciting life of a middle-aged working from home father. Cheers to that. The next 2 days are going to be critical for us, she said today. We'd like to rule out every single possibility here. The sooner that everyone does this, gets tested, the better we will be. Health officials are now scrambling to determine how the man who visited multiple venues, including a Bunnings store and Westfield while infectious, caught the disease. Well, probably because it's out in the community and people don't realise, they just think they've got a normal illness, or they're not bothering to get tested because they don't want to risk the government putting a lockdown. What do you think? Do you think that could be the case? There are fears another person could be spreading the highly infectious virus throughout Brisbane. At least he went to Bunnings too. Queensland's Chief Health Officer, Dr. Jeanette Young, said the new case lived in Strathpine and contact tracers were working to determine where he might have been. He is a friend of the 26-year-old man, but they do not live in the same household. We are talking to him at the moment to find where he has been so we can let the community know, she said. So, I mean, here we go. On Saturday, he was at the Black Hops Brewery, the Green Bacon Brewing Co., Eaton's Hill Hotel. So he did a pub, going from one pub to the other. Let's get a beer here, and then he went to Tenerife. I mean, there you go. Not a bad Saturday afternoon going from one pub to the next. I tell you, I'd enjoy that. A few brewskis with the mates. So Monday, he was at the PCYC in the morning, so it looks like a gym. Then Bunnings at lunchtime or after work. And the Strathpine Shopping Centre. There you go. I'm glad I don't live on the North Pine anymore. For the 6-minute window. So then he went to Zambrato's, Lawton Fruit Market, Gourmet Tucker, Pool Works and Dan Murphy's, then Hungry Jack's, again to the country markets, the BWS, and then Pizza Place. Palaszczuk revealed she has written to Scott Morrison asking the federal government to halve the number of international travellers arriving in Queensland for the next 2 weeks, as the state got things under control. This is very important for 2 reasons. The first is we want to be able to concentrate on the contact tracing. And secondly, we have seen large numbers of positive cases that are coming in from overseas, she said, as 5 new cases in hotel quarantine were revealed on Saturday. Queensland welcomes home about 1,300 Australians each week who were placed into hotel quarantine. Each day, over the last fortnight, we've been seeing 5 or 6 cases. We're almost at the capacity in hospitals that we were during the peak of the pandemic. That's not to say we can't cope, the Premier said. Yeah, this is the thing. All of these lockdowns and interventions that caused all this economic damage, the argument was to mitigate the impact on our health services. And someone sent me an article. Germany is moving to a model where the capacity of their hospitals is going to dictate their response, not case numbers, which seems much smarter and a much more sensible approach. So, there were close to 7,000 tests in the last 24-hour reporting period. On Friday, Dr. Young said authorities had not found the source of the infection, but later genomics sequencing determined he had the UK strain, and his case was likely linked to the state's mid-March outbreak, which involved the doctor at the PA hospital and 2 returned travellers. The landscaper has been infectious since last Friday and began feeling ill on Monday, where he remained at home apart from a trip to Aldi until being tested on Thursday. So there you go, he got it at Aldi. So he didn't have the party. Was that just BS? Dr. Young said 2 tests were conducted, with both returning positive results. I don't know where he got it from, and that person who he has got it from could also be out in the community spreading the infection. Or maybe they're asymptomatic and don't even realise. The man has been taken to Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital as a precautionary measure. There are several venues on alert, including a Japanese grocery store and an organic Whole Foods store, which were added to the original list. He also visited Westfield Carindale Shopping Centre and a Bunnings. So, did the party happen or not? Because they're saying, that's how they're headlining this, that he had a party, and then they're backing down. Incorrectly claimed he defied orders. So, okay, did he have a party or not? Looks like he didn't. Why didn't they say that in the title? I wonder. It's not as provocative. I'm seeing people on Facebook who are outraged at this and want the full extent of the law put on this guy. That's the problem with the mob mentality, everyone. That's the danger there. So what do you think? Do you think Queensland could head into another lockdown? Will our brave Premier destroy more of the economy to save us all? Or are people just getting over it? As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you're a fan of the channel and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Take care, have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.